One of the questions here is, are the ELA reports similar to the KRA reports? And yes and no. There are similarities, there are differences. So both reports provide the same information the same way for data managers. The report summary and details, of course, are similar for both. And if you look here, the data managers have access to the data manager download. So the KRA uses a completion report by items, whereas the ELA uses the SKB report. So the differences are, you can see here, the KRA and the ELA. The KRA uses a scaled score report to pull the information and submit to EMIS. The ELA uses the learning progression report. And of course, the different grades. You've got early learning is preschool, and the kindergarten readiness, of course, is kindergarten students. So there are differences, but there are definitely similarities. Are data managers able to see test results by a specified data window? To see the test results for the early learning assessment, the learning progression report can be pulled to see the scores that the teachers have entered into the KReady system. At this time, there is no way of knowing if those scores were entered for that assessment. So at this time, we are currently working with the vendor to modify and correct this for the data managers moving forward. You will have updates, I would say, in a couple months with more information on this. How can these reports be used with our ECE-funded database? Data managers will submit the learning progression report, and that contains the student scores, which then they would submit to EMIS or EAS. Data managers wanted to know a little more on how to run building reports for the early learning assessment. And for here, I am going to go live and show you how to run those reports. So back to the KReady system, you want to go to your reports tab. You want to create a report, so use the drop-down arrow. First report we're going to do is the ELA SKB ratings report. You're going to select your data collection. You're going to select your start and end date. And I'm just going to choose February 15th for when the ELA started for the spring, and the April 17th. Select the district. You can select the location as well, or if you just want to do the whole district, you can just bypass that. Select the request SKB report. You can see it's counting down here, so go ahead and just close out of that window. And this is the SKB, so you can see the date and the time. Select download. Now again, the SKB ratings report gives you all 72 SKBs. So each one you've got goes all the way, wow, goes all the way to, oop, column, it looked like CM. I apologize. So that would be all the scores. If your school did every single SKB, this is what you want to pull. So you can see exactly more details for your students and your teachers. The next report we're going to pull is actually the learning progression report. Now, you're going to go to the same place, ELA SKB ratings report. You're going to do the same things, choose your dates, select your district. The only difference is you're going to select the request LP report. You're not going to use that, you're going to use this one on the right. Again, that's counting down, so go ahead and close that window. And you can see the difference in the type here. Learning progression, SKB. So the learning progression you want to download. All right, so this gives you those 10 learning progressions from T to AD and gives you those scores for each of those students. That is what you will then submit to EMIS or EAS for your students. All right, the last report we're going to pull is actually the data downloads. Just down here at the bottom, select the download type. Say, let's go with students, early learning, and districts. So select the request district data download. This is going to show you all the students that were downloaded into the KReady system and their further information. So basically everything that you filled out in the upload for the bulk loader, this will just show you what your students are. You can do this for your teachers and you can do this for your enrollment. Just gives you a little more detail, more of a spreadsheet on that.